to take this tire off. We're going to get some air in it. Hopefully it'll stretch back to normal how it should be. So huge shout out to Don at this 76 gas station right here in town where I live. He's the owner. He helped me out. If it wasn't for him right now, I would not have air on the car on this tire right now. So huge shout out to Don. Hell yeah, let's melt this back up. Here, it's brand new. These suckers on. Here's the other front wheel. If you guys didn't know, these wheels ended up being relipped. They were 19s by 13, super wide, super aggressive. They were 19s by 13, negative 15. After resizing the 7-inch lip down to a 5-inch lip, I measured it out so they could fit fender lip fitment for my front. Opens it up. All right, so we have the rear wheel on now. Yep, there we have it. Of course, it looks weird because the car's aired up all the way, but once I air it out, hopefully it'll be fine, and it ends up right at the fender, between the fender. What am I talking about? Between the tire and the lip. All right, let's get the other side on. Stock wheel off. I'm gonna get the spacer off right now. But shout out to JD again, hooking it up with 2 extended studs since 2 of mine stripped, these 2. So I marked them in black so I know when I put the wheel on, I know which ones don't work. So right now I only have these 3 holding this spacer. But that's why I never really drove the car. I only drove it once out into town, but never after that just because of that fact. It seems sketchy. So when I do my bushings, my ball joint, and the outer tie rod video, I'll be doing these and the install as well. All right, so let me turn on the car and we'll start airing it out. So remember, I haven't really driven her in a good while, so tonight I'll be taking her to the gym with my cousin. He'll be taking the G. And damn, this carbon fiber steering wheel, missed it. Looks tight. That's with the 5mm, guys. So I still need to air out the other side. Look at that. That's 5mm, so I might have to use the 5mm spacers all around. Yeah, I don't think I can go lower than that. I don't want to put too much stress on the welds on the fender. Yeah. Yeah, see, this side tucked it in. But even though these fenders aren't perfectly even on both sides, they're, the dimensions aren't exactly the same, so they'll be different. Ooh, too much. Shoot. So it was about to hit. I noticed as it was about to sit flush right here in the fender to lift it, man. It was like warping this area. It was like bending it and stuff. So I don't want that to happen because I'm not sure if they'll end up breaking or something. So I aired it up really quick. So it's the next day. Right now, I came to pick up Mars. Damn, those headlights. O'Reilly's. We're gonna get a ball joint remover tool that I need for the front camera arm. So that little ball joint that it has on the top and the front, I need to pull that off to put it onto the new camber arm. So we're gonna go and see if they have the tool in stock to rent out, and then we get started on that. All right, so we moved Ruby over here. So here we have it, SPC camber arms, SPC. I don't know if you guys can see this better on this one. SPC millimeter bolt, and then we just have to get the ones in here, these right here, and this one right here, and then the whole thing comes right out. So it's not that hard. And then we got the ball joint remover to remove the little cone thing right here that we're gonna be using on the new camera arm. So we're gonna remove these real quick, and they should come right out. So, all right, so unfortunately I already have it basically loose and ready to come off, but airbags in the way. The last time I did this, when I was gonna install them, but I didn't have the thing to remove this little cone thing. I had the coilovers, so they're a lot skinnier than the bags. So I need to loosen up the strut from up top, just so I could get the bolts out. Unfortunately, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I need to take out the 3 bolts right here, and we'll be able to get the bolts out. The airbag right here, just so I can move it around and I could reach both sides to get the bolts off. So finally got these off. Now we're just gonna get the little cone thing off and we'll put it on the new ones. Tool that we borrowed from O'Reilly's. We're putting this thing using the impact, just really like popped it right out real quick. I need this on this one. And this one will go on this side. And there we have it. Ready to be popped back in. Oh, I just need to bolt everything back in and tighten it up. Yeah, I just need to tighten the 2 bolts up at the top and bolt this one back on and put the air strut back on how it should be. And while I was doing that, Mars on the other side, shout out to Mars, he did the other side and just removed it right now. And then shit. Just pop that. There you have it. And this one should be right here. And ready to install. Everything lined up right here. So I'm just hand tightening it, and then I'll use the wrench to tighten it even more. And then we'll put the airbag back on how it was. All right. Everything bolted back up, putting the final 3 bolts back on the strut. And then we'll be able to put the wheel back on. And this side and that side should be done. And that's why we have it. So you're gonna have to use that and then align the strut up top. All right. There you go. There you go. You're fine right there. These are finally in, and right now we're gonna get started on the rear ones. But before that, we're gonna get some lunch. See how this is starting to wrap. It's because I ran the car too low, and now and the tire was rubbing. You can see the rub marks right here, and that was rubbing, and now it like lifted up my wrap. So damn. Hopefully, just going over it with the heat gun will be enough to fix this little mess I put myself in. All right, so here we have the rear lifted up on both ends. So these are pretty simple. Here we have the SPC camber arm, and then right there, this little thing right there, this one is the camber arm, stock one that we need to take out. So it's 2 bolts. So it's that bolt right there, and that one right up there. So it should be pretty quick to take out. Yeah, basically takes it out real quick. That was easy. And then this other one over here. All right, so I can tell that one's spinning. So I need the, what do you call that? Wrench on the other side. There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright, so basically loosened it up and it's ready to come out, but there's the bolt is right. Let me see if I can move around. the bolt is right here, but this sway bar link is in the way. So I don't know why they put the bolt coming through here. They should put the bolt coming in through this side and the nut on this side. It would have made things a lot easier, but now I have to remove this plastic thing and then remove that part right there, that bolt right there. And I think the other one's right under here, or whatever's holding the sway bar right here, which is this bolt and that bolt. And then I'll be able to get this bolt out, and then I can take it out. And then I need to do the exact same thing on the other side. But then when I put it back together, I'll put the bolt through this side and put the nut on the other side. Just so in future, if I do have to remove them at all, it'll be a lot easier than having to remove the sway bar. All right, so there we have it. The sway bar is loose, and now I can actually get the bolt out without a problem. And camber arm is finally out. Fucking these pliers keep every time I tighten them like that, they just open up more on their own without wanting to. So I'm just gonna put it in how it is and hope for the best. Either way, I'll test it out when I air out the car and see how it looks. And if it's worse than what it was with the stock one, then I just won't air out and I'll just leave the car up on like looking like a 4x4 in the meantime until I go get an alignment. All right, so there we have it. First camber arm is in, put the sway bar back on, everything's bolted up. I put the bolt coming through this side and put the nut on the other side this time around, so if in the future I do need to take it off, it'll make it a lot easier. And now we just gotta do the other side, which should be fairly quick, and we'll be done with the camber arm install. All right guys, there we have it. Both camber arms are installed, finally done and ready to go. Now we just need to get the car to alignment to dial in that fitment. George here. Damn. BQ garage back in full effect again. All right, I'm gonna start it up and then we're gonna air it out, see what happens. All right guys, so unfortunately with the new camber arms, it hits even more, I guess you could say, or rubs even more. I think this wheel is towed inward like that, so it's not straight, it's like curved this way a little bit, or I feel like it is, I'm not sure, but they still need to be cambered in. The fronts hit even more now. So the person I bought the SPC camber arms off of had them to have even less camber than what it was sitting with the original arms. So I have to take it in for alignment. And we'll probably do this in a separate video, otherwise it's going to be a long video. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and hopefully this helped anyone out trying to do a camber arm install. So if you guys have regular coilovers, you guys do not need to remove your strut. The bolts should come right out, and you guys don't have to go through what I had to go through just because of having airbags. And if you are going to go airbags and you're going to need camber arms at some point, do the camber arms first. Again, guys, thank you for always supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.